Hi, welcome to another Thursday with RamDev. In a previous conversation, I talked about the path of devotion, and we got to the point of going beyond, I'm unworthy, please God be good to me, to this quality of having this loving relationship, this juicy back and forth, I'm in love with God, God's in love with me, to Tantric Devotion. Tantra is the stage of the path where we begin to get in a very immediate and real way that everything is alive, everything is sacred, that the beloved can only be everything. So we're getting to a stage of devotion now where we can imagine that whatever we're seeing is the face of the deity, it's the face of the mother. In fact, in Tantra, at least in Hindu Tantra, they basically say that all form, all energy, all matter, everything we can experience is the mother. And we have this relationship of love and devotion to the mother. Obviously, it's hard to stay there. Emotions come, anger comes, lust comes, fear comes. We have to work with emotions. Is it possible that even the emotions are faces of the beloved, that emotions aren't good or bad, that from the tantric perspective, from this devotional perspective, we're beginning to see that every emotion has a healing message. So we've gone from working hard to create a relationship to having a relationship. And now we're beginning to be in a stage where we can actually feel that we're receiving grace each moment. That whether we're well or sick, happy or sad, living or approaching dying, that it is all grace. That every experience is grace. Every experience is sacred. That we're taking off the training wheels of the beginning of the spiritual path in which we're thinking things are good, things are bad, we have to follow the rules. And now the only rule is following your heart, following this understanding that the boundless, vast heart is so incredible. It includes everything. The heart is vast enough to have compassion for all beings so that the mind, the heart begins to stabilize, and we can then begin to rest in the nature of things. So we start out, just imagine, for instance, you're saying a mantra. We start out saying a mantra, please God, listen to me, please God, pay attention. And then in the heart stage, we're saying the mantra in the sense of there's a relationship. The mantra is creating this relationship. But in the tantric stage, the mantra itself is sacred, that there is no difference. There is no fundamental difference at all between the mantra, the sound of the mantra, what the mantra represents, and who's saying the mantra. So for instance, if I'm saying Ram, the sound Ram is Ram. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. It says in John in the Bible. So that imagine that every time you're saying the mantra, the sound of God, God itself is created, and you who's saying the mantra is also that divinity. And even when you're saying something that's not the mantra, when you're saying, what's for lunch, in a way, that's God too. We're getting to this place where that we're going beyond good and bad, beyond pure and impure, that we're beginning to get that everything we're experiencing is sacred. Imagine that. You're sacred, I'm sacred. Thank you.